bitter partisanship when you talk about the withdrawal of the Harriet Miers nomination, the nomination of Judge Alito, of course the indictment of Scooter Libby, and then the Democrat Senate shutdown over pre-war intelligence. Barbara Mikulski, of course, the Democratic senator from Maryland, said, quote, "I can't remember a situation like this since the Watergate scandal brought down the Nixon administration." Is she overstating the situation, or how bad are things in the nation's capital?
I think they're bad and
Things that are going on. First,
Sure.
sort of very inside the Beltway stuff. Karl Rove remains under investigation in the CIA leak case. And Time Magazine's reporting he may be out of the White House within a year. They're also reporting the president may have a new chief of staff and press secretary, and possibly a new Treasury secretary, and even a new defense secretary. How important is it, in your view, that there's some new blood in the White House?
Washington and in the Congress.
And in fact, you said, I guess about a year ago, you had no confidence in Donald Rumsfeld.
I did say that about the
Do you still
conduct
feel
of the
the way?
Iraq War. I feel exactly the same.
Fact, which is so refreshing, by the way. In fact, on Thursday, you're going to give a major policy speech about Iraq. And without giving too much away, and unfortunately, you know, under the time constraints we have here, you say there have to be clear-cut goals. So what do you think has to be done to get out of what many people consider at this point a quagmire?
Well, we have.
And let me ask you about, I know you write in your book about being a prisoner of war for 5.5 years in Vietnam, and you said that protections of the Geneva Conventions, because American forces were considered part of an illegal war. You say, "I was not an enemy pilot and lieutenant commander in the U.S. Navy. I was a criminal and air outlawing torture of terrorist suspects in U.S. custody." But the White House seems to be resistant because they want to have more latitude when it comes to a potential plot to kill countless innocent civilians in this country. Can you understand the conundrum they may find themselves in?
I understand.
Remember, it's a terrific book for people of all ages. Senator McCain, thanks so much for coming by this morning. Didn't get to talk about 2008, but we'll do that another time.
And
we're going to have we'll have much more from New York and Easter Island on this special edition of a little extra effort, and you just want them to say thank you, or at least kind of smile or something. Anyway, I know that you thank people while you were writing this book. You said you wanted to thank the nameless people who were quite rude to me during the period I was writing. Without them, this book would not have been possible, which I think was funny that you were thanking people for being rude. On the other hand, can you understand in this day and age, with people trying to do so much, pack so much into the day, the technology, why people are increasingly rude?
Oh, that's what the book's about as much as anything. It's just...
It's interesting, though, because people said that many Americans say that we're much ruder than we were 20 or 30 years ago. Having said that, is there any hope in this age of cell phones and other technological advances, and just sort of the end of civility as we once knew it? Because I hear bad language all the time on the streets, and that to me is really upsetting. I'll be with my kids and people will be just letting it rip. So is there any hope for us?
I don't
for
know.
the world, Lynn?
I don't give any...
Show it has got a long second line, but thanks so much for coming by. It's good to see you, Lynn.
Thank you very much.
And up next from the OC to our studio, Peter Gallagher in concert. But first, this